Doesn't look like that Hellions gonna make it back to us. People love Flameborn Hellion. He's a cool creature. 5/4 with haste. Pretty good for 6 mana. I probably like Hellion more than Alpha Tyrannax, but that's because I never play Alpha Tyrannax. If I'm playing green, I'm almost always the Infect deck. Sensor? Would that be any good? We have no gear at all. Guess we'll take the Sensor. Heartstoker. Matter of last recourse here. It is a creature card. Sensor doesn't look like it's going to make it. Our deck's more like a grind 'em out deck rather than a burst. Hopefully we'll get a nice rare card, because that's kind of what we look like we need right now. How about a Koth of the Hammer? Etched Champion. Not exactly. This pack's actually pretty awful for us. Well, Etched Champion has protection from all the colors if we have Metalcraft, and we look like we're probably going to have Metalcraft. Well, it's not the first pick I envisioned. Corpse Cur, not going to do it on its own. We don't have even one thing for that to work with. There's a foil Moriok replica. Already got one. Not thrilled with the idea of loading up. Chrome Steed costs 4. He is a big threat, but my guys have to survive. Some of them will. They won't all be dead. So now I gotta choose, is it Etched Champion, Chrome Steed, or the replica? I'm kind of leaning towards the Moriok replica. A little less powerful. I do have an Iron Mirror. I suppose I'll use that to prime me towards the Steed. Steed's not bad. Not a bad card. So there's an Arbalest, which is not great in our Creature Light deck. And there's a Tumble Magnet. And a Flesh Allergy, which may table. Kinda hope it does. Flesh Allergy would be nice to have, but I don't want to take it second. Be taking the magnets. Not a great card in a defensive deck, but you know, I could randomly draw well and Chrome Steed somebody out with the magnet and the Concussive Bolt backup. Wow, everything in one pack. Okay. So there's a Grasp, a Shatter, and a Turn to Slag. I do have 2 Shatter effects already. Crush and the End of the Core, and Crush deals with equipment, which makes the Turn to Slag a little bit worse. I think we're going with the second Grasp here. Grasp of Darkness is such a great card, as everybody knows by now. And while I would like to have the other 2, I have to make decisions. So we can have another magnet, an off-color mirror, blue or green, Painsmith, or Rusted Relic. The Relic might actually not be that bad. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 artifacts looks like I want to play. I mean, I can have a second magnet, which would be great if we had offensive creatures, but most of our guys don't attack very well. I suppose I'll take the magnet. It's such a good card. I really don't like it when my opponents have it. So there's a Vampire, which is not bad with our Metalcrafty theme. And there's a Shatter. If I get the Shatter, I can probably put the Crush in the sideboard, which is something I would prefer to do. I'd really like that Vampire, but can't justify it. Late Glimmerpoint Stag in that pack too. Something to note. Barrage Ogre. Give me a way to throw this Wellspring, that's good. Throw the Perilous Mirror, that's good. The other stuff I don't want to throw as much. Probably a lot better than this Infection. This guy will give me a way to win the game too. He does attack for 3. Wow, Shatter, 7th pick, that's pretty nice. Dias, and the Battle Gear. Oh, I know that the Dias isn't the worst. It's definitely not great though. We're creature light. Definitely shatter here. 2 shatters and an into the core. Well, the Metalcraft deck's gonna really be punished. The Infect deck will probably punish us. The Crush isn't gonna make the main deck, as foily as it is. Well, I don't think I'm gonna get a Hellion. Unless I hit one right here. Doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Exsanguinate. There is a Berserkers, which is another 4-drop. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's not unreasonable to get the Berserkers down and 6 them. Especially with Tumble Magnets. Exsanguinate's a card I just don't want to play. This is the deck where it might not be the worst. Just hate drawing that card. Wow. Sylvok Replica makes the wheel. Fume Spitter makes the wheel. Moriok Replica makes the wheel. Which creature removal have we got? 2 Grasps. Trigon. Spread the Sickness. Barrage Ogre kind of creature removal-y. I think we want the Moriok Replica, just to have another man, another good creature. I don't want to have to play like Heartstoker, Faravor. Fume Spitter's nice, I'd like to have it, but it's not going to happen here. Pinion's any good? No, doesn't look like it. I think we're just going with sweet little Daredevil for the sideboard. Origin Spellbomb, 11th pick. Okay, that's stupid. But we're going to take this dumb little Ignis. Look at him taking that Mirror's Head and apparently putting it into some kind of tunnel. That would make sense since he's a tunnel Ignis. Aha, liquid metal coating. That card will probably make it. Oh, Bleak Coven. That's lucky. That was a card I wanted. I didn't think it was going to happen. So this deck came together alright in the last pack. I actually can cut some cards, which was something I didn't think I was going to be able to do. Thought we weren't going to have enough playables. But we got pretty much everything I like to have when I'm playing red-black control. Like to have one Flameborn Hellion. But that didn't happen. Let's see, Shatter, Into the Core, Barrage Ogre, Bolt, Grasp, Shred, and a Vampire. Now what else? Spring, Mirror, Coating, Bombs, some Replica, Tumbles, more Replica, Steed, Ripper, Trigon, Psychosis Crawler. I've never played with this guy. He doesn't seem great, but he does make your opponent lose a life when they draw a card. So it's not the worst card in the world. He'll probably only be like a 2-2 or a 3-3. But, you know, if he gets 3 or 4 damage over 3 or 4 turns, it's not the worst. And if I randomly have a ton of cards like off Moriok Replica, he could play a bigger role. None of these cards I'm excited to play. Berserker might be good in my deck. Censor, I don't think so. Well, this is actually not a bad 23. I thought it was going to be a lot worse when I had Faravor and Heartstoker visible. But we hit a few winners at the end. We have 14 artifacts. That's just about right for our Bleak Coven Concussive Bolt plan. Chrome Steed probably going to be online. Good removal suite. Shatters, Grasps, the Ratchet Bomb. I've definitely played worse decks than this. 9-8. Ooh, we got those double blacks. God, that hurts. We have 1 Iron Mirror, so I think we can cut down a mountain. Man, all of our high-end red stuff's double. Boy, that's painful. I think we are going to go 9-8 though, just because the grasps are going to be more important early game than like into the core. Barrage Ogre, Concussive Bolt, those are all late game cards. Grasps I probably will need early. That's the reasoning anyway. See you guys round 1.